this video is going out to, I mean, it was really myself too, but any of you guys who were overweight, are overweight, have food issues. Here's the thing that I want you guys to understand. There's a psychological part to this that most people don't get. And if you can have some understanding of what it is, it really helps you gain control of the situation. So I'll use myself as the perfect example. I have a food issue. I have a sugar issue. You put something in my mouth that's sweet, one bite of a cookie, bam, I'd like totally change. And my rational way of thinking is gone. Next thing you know, I'm breaking down walls to get to another cookie. And that's just the way it works. So I've learned to manage that issue. I've learned to manage my food issue. I just cannot have sugar, period. Well, here's the thing. Most people don't realize how addictive sugar can be. Food in general can be very addictive, especially sugar. It's a fact. They've actually proven now that the response, using myself as an example again, the response that I get when I have that bite of a cookie, when I want more of the cookie, that's the same response. It's a release of dopamine from the brain. Same response that a heroin addict gets when he's getting ready to shoot up, or an alcoholic gets when they show up to a bar. So the reason that people with sugar issues or food issues are having so much more trouble is one simple fact. A heroin addict, an alcoholic, these people can go to some sort of a help center, AA, NA, and they can just quit. Obviously quitting is tough, but once they're done, they can live without the substance. Food issues, you can't live without food. And there's so much sugar around us, it's very hard to eliminate sugar from our diets. If you told an alcoholic, I need you to have one small drink every 4 hours, there's no way he could do it. He'd be shitty drunk, 30 minutes after the first drink. Well, that's the problem with the food issue person, is that we can't live without food. So what we're addicted to is something that's a necessity for life. So it's a much more difficult issue to manage. So what I'm saying is, if any of you guys have issues with food and you need help, I can help you. I help tons of people with this. I help myself. I've helped morbidly obese people get down to a good, healthy weight and keep it, because we work on this first. We change the control center. We change the psyche. We change the mental position on the problem before. Well, actually we do it as we're working towards our physical goals. But you have to change the programming if you want the whole thing to stick. So if any of you guys out there have a food issue and need help, send me a freaking email through the channel, man. I can totally help you. Depending on how severe it is, obviously, sometimes it's a quick tip, other times it's a serious process. But the bottom line is, I get it, I understand. Looking at me, you wouldn't know, but trust me, I battle with my sugar addiction on a daily basis. I've just learned to manage my addiction. And if you have an issue like that, I can help you manage yours too. John Andersen with a little more deep water.